Hello everybody, welcome to the channel Bewkoof Class, and today we are going to study a poem. The chapter name is The Enchanted Shirt. It is a sort of ballad. Now what is ballad? Ballad is a poem written in a narrative form. Generally it describes something story like. So without wasting time, let's move to the poem. Let me tell you who is the poet. The poet is John Hay. Name is John Milton Hay. He was born on 8 October 1838 in Indiana. Now, apart from being a poet, he was also an author and biographer. He also served as a private secretary to Abraham Lincoln. Now, before going further in the poem, let know the first word, that is enchanted. What is this means? Enchanted means something having magical power, or you can say charming quality. So I am going to read out the poem for you and also we'll discuss it. So here we go. The king was sick, his cheek was red, and his eyes was clear and bright. He ate and drank with a kingly jest and peacefully snored at night. Now if you just see the first sentence, the king was sick, and the following sentence is just a contradictory, or you can say contrast, that doesn't go with a sick person, isn't it? Now what happens when you feel sick? Naturally you don't appetite to have anything, you don't feel good to have anything, isn't it? Even your face become pale, not as red. It is a sign of a healthy person. So the king was totally healthy, but he had developed a misconception that he was sick. However, the following line says his cheek was red and his eyes was clear and bright. Naturally, a healthy person have clear and bright eyes. Moreover, the following line says he ate and drank with kingly jest. Now, kingly like a king, and with quite enthusiasm he used to devour his feast. Naturally, a healthy person can do that, isn't it? And not only that, he had a peaceful snoring sleep at night. That means he had a good sleep, sound sleep. But as he was king, and what he says, all the courtiers had to abide by. Now the second stanza reads, but he said he was sick, and a king should know, and doctors came by the score. They did not cure him. He cut off their heads and sent to the schools for more. Now what does it mean? As he was king, he was ruling over the rest. Whatever he says, all the courtiers, his followers, had to follow him. Now naturally they were sent for. The doctor came in number and checked him, could not find any ailment, or you can say any disease, because he was healthy. He was at all healthy, isn't it? So what happened? The king did not want to hear anything like that. So he cut off their heads. He ordered his courtiers to just execute them. And not only that, some of the doctors were sent to the schools, or you can say for more learning, to go and become a professional doctor. You are not yet doctors, you are not a qualified doctors like that. So some were sent to schools. Now the following stanza says, at last two famous doctors came, and one was as poor as a rat. He passed his life in studious toil and never find time to grow fat. Now what happened? The poet describes that finally the two famous doctors came to treat the king. Out of two, one was very poor and thin. He was compared to as a rat. So here figurative of speech, or you can say the literary term simile, has been used. Now he passed his life in studious toil. Toil means, you can say, hard work. He was very studious, he was very laborious, and passed all his life like that, and never found time to grow fat, and he did not pay any attention to his own health. Now the other had never looked in a book. Now the second person was somewhat, you can say, that he never looked, he never bothered to read properly, and generally his patient gave him no trouble. If they recovered, they paid him well. Now if the patient recovered from disease, naturally the patient had to clear out the bills, and if somehow the person or the patient died, naturally their heirs had to pay double. That means heirs means, yes, naturally their belongings, children, or you can say his son or her son, daughter, they had to pay in order to recover the body. So together they looked at the royal tongue as the king on his couch reclined. In succession they thumbed his august chest, but no trace of disease could find. Now together both the doctor came, and first of all they checked the tongue of the king. Now the king was sitting comfortable. He was sitting on his couch, something you can say sofa like that. So he was sitting and you can say reclined, that means laid back in a relaxed posture. Now in succession, that means the first doctor firstly checked, and after that the second doctor checked his chest, but no trace of disease could find. Now both of them could not find any trace of disease. As you are aware of the fact that the king was not at all have any disease, even though what happened, excuse me, the old sage said, "You are as sound as a nut." Hanging up, roared the king in a gale, in a 10-knot gale of royal rage. The other leech grew a sad pale. Now one of the doctor, who was very much honest to his work, he spoke that you are as healthy as you could be. You have no problem with your health. You have no issue at all. Now this is something what the king does not like. He does not want to hear it. What happened? He became angry and ordered to hanging up. Naturally all the courtiers rushed and took him to execute him. Now the other leech, the other person, here leech has been somewhat, you can say, metaphor, or what is leech? Let me tell you, it is an aquatic blood sucking worm like animal. Now if you say in figurative of speech, a person generally who derives profit from others in a parasitic form is known as leech. Let me show you the picture of leech. This one, yes, this is a picture of leech. You must have seen in some ponds, isn't it? So what happened? The other leech grew a shed pill. The other person, the other doctor who was present there, he became deep frightened, you can say. He was very much frightened that what the king has ordered. Now naturally he has to ponder about it, isn't it? He must have think and wisely act according to it. So this is for now all. Hope you must have understood. Now the second part will be coming soon. If you like it and if you have able to understand the poem, then please do like, comment and give your valuable feedback. Thank you. Bye bye.